Hey guys, and welcome to part 2 of your nutrition module. So this is our introduction to macros. So what we'll take you through is how this actually works, what macronutrients are and how you guys, or what the things that you guys need to consider when it comes to tracking your macros. Now, the first thing that we need to understand when we think about calories, when we think about macros, is the concept of energy balance. So regardless of what dieting practice we're actually using, energy balance is like the key principle that we cannot get past, that we need to understand before any phase is commenced. So what energy balance refers to is the balance between the energy that we consume and the energy that we expend. So the energy coming in versus the energy that's going out. So a calorie is what we use to, describe energy. These terms are interchangeable. They basically mean the same thing. So calorie intake is referring to the energy that we have coming in through eating and drinking. Now, the human body needs energy and calories to survive. So we need this in order to support just like our daily function, so that we feel good, we function as optimally as possible. And then we add in our training output and all of the things that you guys are doing to support your strength and physique outcomes. So it is important that you are meeting your individual energy requirements so that you can perform and function as optimally as possible. Now, when we talk about our energy needs, what we're referring to is our total daily energy expenditure, or TDE. So this is made up of 4 different components. So the first one is your basal metabolic rate, so your BMR. And this is going to be the biggest component that makes up your TDE. So we're looking at about 60%. And this is the amount of calories that you would need just to keep you alive. So if you weren't training, if you weren't moving, if you were just lying on the floor doing absolutely nothing, you would still need this base level of energy coming in order to support, your ability to just function. Then we've got our physical activity level. So this is, fairly self-explanatory, and it's the amount of energy that we expend due to planned physical activity. So your training program. Then we're looking at non-exercise activity thermogenesis. So this includes all non-planned activities. So think of this as unconscious movement that you perform on a day-to-day basis that aren't exercise-based. So could just be like involuntary, fidgeting or bouncing your leg, or anything that you're kind of doing that is keeping you moving that you're not necessarily being conscious of. So this component is the most adaptive, meaning that it can be significantly impacted by your energy intake, which is why it's really important for us to be conscious of this and manipulate our variables outside of this to take this into account. So when we've got lower energy coming in, we're going to subconsciously stop this movement or this fidgeting in order to preserve our energy, because we don't have the energy available to be able to do that. So we need to take that into account. Lastly, we've got the thermic effect of food. So this is the amount of energy that it takes for our bodies to extract energy from food. So protein has the highest thermogenic effect at around 20 to 30%, carbohydrates are 6 to 8, and fat is the lowest at 2 to 3.